to find the Swede Emil Forsberg. Halstenberg's charge. Nkunku's take was clever. Aidara mishit his shot. Now Mukiele for Leipzig. Hector on the stretch. Nkunku rises. Aidara's in there again. Emil Forsberg. And Borna makes the block. And Cologne survive a rocky first few seconds.
Very good start then from Leipzig. Bodies in the box, going forward. Important block, because that was a really good chance from Forsberg to go 1-0 up.
Well, Forsberg with 6 goals. Only Marcel Sabitzer has scored more than he has in the season in the Bundesliga for Leipzig. Don't forget the 28 goals of Timo Werner. They had to fill that hole this season with various players to try and do the job. There's Mukiele. Sørloth. Away here by Šikos. Kampel and Nkunku. Leipzig free kick, and they've begun this game as if they really mean business, Stefan.
Yeah, and tactically, I think it is a back four. On the right side, Mukiele, on the left side, Halstenberg, the two centre halves, Upamecano and Klostermann, and that's why they're going forward with the fullbacks, and they put Köln straight under pressure. They can't breathe at the moment.
Leipzig have scored 12 goals from set plays. Nkunku, it's left here for Halstenberg. Header from Hizibwe. Upamecano gets away there from the attentions of Köln. Comes back now to Tyler Adams. Today becomes the 19th American to reach 50 games in the Bundesliga. The young New Yorker. Aidara. Alexander Sørloth. Aidara, another big Leipzig chance in his first 3 minutes. There could be 2 up already here, Stefan.
Yeah, again, fantastic football. This time vertical from Kampel, then from Aidara. Sørloth, great move, and then a layoff. Perfect play, have to be on target, that's it. They have to be 1-0 up. And of course, Köln have to react now. I think they dropped too deep. They're only reacting. They don't work hard as a team straight away.
Well, 3 minutes, 2 chances. Could be a third here. It's come to Emil Forsberg. Nkunku. Nkunku still. It's to find the run of Forsberg. It's Halstenberg here for Leipzig. Another shot repelled. And Leipzig here are going at this like a sprinter from the blocks in these first few minutes. Really rapid start by Leipzig. The game, you just sense they know they have to win.
And that's what we expected. Leipzig are the better side, but they're looking so strong. Köln, I think, is a little bit too passive. They have to, they can drop deep like now, but work a little bit harder 1-against-1 and push forward, win the ball, and then look for counter-attacks. Only reacting will be not enough.
This is Nordi Mukiele. Back to Lukas Klostermann for Leipzig. Emil Forsberg. Blocked away there by Rafael Šikos, the Saudi-born defender for Köln. His father was working in Saudi Arabia when he was first born. But a blistering first 4 minutes here for Leipzig, just no goal to show for it yet. On the throw, Mukiele. Gets back here to Dayo Upamecano. On for Kevin Kampel. Leipzig move the ball here with an authority in these early minutes. Alexander Sørloth. Sørloth onto Christopher Nkunku. Nkunku saw the gap at the near post. And it's only wide of the target this time from Leipzig.
And it works well because Sørloth, Nkunku and Forsberg, the 3 strikers, rotate a lot. This time Sørloth drops a little bit deeper into the midfield, and then Köln have to communicate, they have to talk a little bit better to catch the 3 attacking players when they get a ball.
Janus Horn. Just here by Duda. Upamecano steps in. Emil Forsberg for Amadou Aidara. Wide now to Sørloth, who looks hungry. Sørloth. Defender here is Elias Skiri. He's a real hard-working player, Skiri. He's covered more ground than any player in the entire league this season by 20 whole kilometres ahead of the second-place man, who is Werder Bremen's Max Jägerstein. Does work hard, doesn't he, Elias Skiri?
Yeah, and he's He's playing exactly my position, and then in the central midfield, you have to run to the left, to the right, a little bit forward, a little bit backwards, have to support the defenders, that the supporters at home understand in that position you need someone who can work really hard.
Emil Forsberg got a shot away. It's now 3 or 4 shots in these first 6 minutes, and Cologne, for all their improvement at Leverkusen on Saturday, this has been a slow start for them. In terms of the game at the weekend, they, I think, had 14 shots to Leverkusen's 8. They controlled possession, which certainly, given that Leverkusen enjoyed more of the ball than any team in the entire Bundesliga, was a major surprise in that game at the Bayer Arena on Saturday.
Yeah, first time Köln tried to press a little bit higher, and they win the ball earlier back. That's the way to come back in the game.
This is Kingsley Hisebue, the Munich-born Dutch defender. Towards here, Marius Wolf. Adam steps in and finds Kevin Campbell. Duda's pass now to the chasing Dominic Drexler for Köln. Home team's first attack of any note in the contest. Janus Horn got the cross in. Clear from Tyler Adams. Up by Mukiele. Well, Köln's form at home this season is their worst ever in the Bundesliga. Just 8 points taken from their 14 home matches. They've taken just 10 points from a possible 57 since the start of the initial lockdown in March of 2020. I said before the game that all clubs, of course, miss their fans, but it appears Köln miss them more than most in their own backyard.
Yeah, and they have then too many up and downs. The last win came in Mönchengladbach, and everyone was happy, and everyone enjoyed the moment. And then now 9 games without a win, so that shows they're not consistently strong enough. And now second from bottom without a strong performance at home, then normally in the Bundesliga you go down. They're in big danger now, in huge danger.
They finished last season too with a 10-game winless run, so this hasn't really come from a vacuum, this poor season Köln have had. It was on the cards given the way they finished the last season. Here's Mukiele. For Dayo Upamecano. On that far side, Halstenberg available. Away from Hisebue. Tyler Adams. Adams brought down there. The challenge on him from Elvis Rexbejai brings a free kick for Leipzig in a position of major promise.
Yeah, that's a foul. And Rexbejai is in to be strong in the central midfield. And the 3 central midfielders, Skiri and Rexbejai, more the holding midfielder, and Hector is playing a little bit more the attacking midfielder, not a number 10. But I think it's a clever move, because in Leverkusen, Hector was really dangerous, created good chances for Köln.
And Kunku and Forsberg on this free kick. Emil Forsberg did score a direct free kick goal versus Köln in 2019. And Kunku, though, is on this. And Kunku's delivery beyond Serlos will be a Leipzig corner, their first of the contest. Only 2 goals scored from corners. Don't really tend to specialise in goals from the flag, Leipzig, this season. This is Friedhelm Funkel's first home game of this, his second spell in charge of Köln. That first game they did see big improvements, if not in terms of the result, at Leverkusen on Saturday. On the corner, Emil Forsberg. In goes that set piece. Pretty clear by Rafael Chicos. Forsberg, Amadou Aidara. In by Mukiele. Here's Andre Duda. Missed the game of the weekend with a 5 yellow card suspension. Duda has been one of Köln's better players this season, the player brought in from Hertha Berlin. He wants to avoid 2 relegations back-to-back. He went down with Norwich last season in England's Premier League. Played 10 games on loan with Daniel Farke's team in the east of England.
And now he has to play as a striker. That's definitely not his favorite position, but it shows why Köln struggle a lot, because they have not a real striker. The new signing Andersen many times injured. Dennis, the new signing, is more a winger, and of course they lost Cordoba. So overall, you have not a real goal scorer up front, and in the end, then you nearly bottom of the table with Schalke together.
Yeah, well, Köln's three recognised strikers, Anderson, Emmanuel Dennis and Tolo Arokodare, between them 2 goals. Both those scored by Sebastian Anderson. They hope to have him back, by the way, for Friday's game away to Augsburg in the relegation fight. Away here by Rafael Chicos for Köln. Of course, they loaned out Anthony Modeste mid-season to French club Saint Etienne, so they let go on of one striker. But that lack of a proper number 9, Anderson's absence has been a real Achilles heel in Köln's season. Here is Mukiele for Leipzig. Mukiele again. It's set towards Duda, playing out that unorthodox striker.
Upamecano is smiling then because physically he's so strong against Duda. If he's using the body, Nagelsmann is not happy too, because he used only his body, but as a massive one against Duda. That's why I think in the end he can give a foul.
We do have these days some great access to stats in the Bundesliga with match facts powered by AWS, and in terms of speed this season, Upamecano is the 9th quickest player in the entire league and the quickest of any of the centre-backs in the Bundesliga. And I think Bayern have got themselves a great buyout for next season in their defence.
Yeah, definitely, they're losing Alaba and Boateng, and to sign Upamecano, I think is a must. Bayern Munich likes to win more silverware on the international level.
Here is Upamecano, and in Évreux in Normandy in France. They have 6 siblings, 4 sisters and 1 younger brother. Says he learned his trade playing on gravel pitches. And a cut knee was no hampering to finishing the game.
Hopefully for the Köln supporters, Hector can play on, because the right foot from Upamecano was on top of his ankle.
Yes, Hector's had problems this season with his neck mainly. This Hector, 11 years here, the club captain, of course, a real driving force and energy that Köln have missed on occasions with those injuries this season. Hit the bar with a wonderful indirect free kick at Leverkusen on Saturday.
Yeah, and tactically you can see Hector is without the ball, now is pressing Upamecano as a second striker next to Duda. That shows, so without the ball, sometimes a 4-4-2. To be solid and compact. I think that's the match plan from Friedhelm Funke.
Aidara here for Nordi Mukiele. Leipzig already 5 shots in possession terms, 70% of the ball in the game's first 15 minutes. Here's Mukiele. Well, goalless in their last game. They haven't scored, by the way, Leipzig, in 2 of their last 3 matches. One of those was a home loss to Bayern, as well as that draw with Hoffenheim on Friday. Here's Mukiele, and as Horn intervenes, and now it's Rex Bajai to clear. There's 2 blanks in the last 3, though 2 of just 4 games they've not scored in this Bundesliga season. And their away form is wonderful. Only Bayern are better on the road than Leipzig so far in the current season. Have won their last 5 games away from the Red Bull Arena. Forsberg. Halstenberg. Steps into midfield here. He's got support from Klostermann. Leipzig do have the best defence in the Bundesliga, 23 goals and 14 clean sheets. to their name at the back this season. Across Europe's top 5 major leagues, by the way. Only Lille in France and Atletico Madrid in Spain have got a better defensive record than Leipzig in the Bundesliga this season. 23 goals let in across 29 match days until tonight.
It's not the first time then, I think 2 years ago, they've been the best defense in the Bundesliga already. And I think that's the key for Nagelsmann and for Leipzig. Be solid, good organized in the defense, and of course they play fantastic pressing on top.
This is Marius Wolf, who is on loan from Dortmund. He will go back there, it seems, so when the season's done. He hopes for a fresh start there with the new coach Marco Rose for next season at Signal Iduna Park.
Will be difficult for him to break into the squad, but he scored against Dortmund. Can remember the game a few weeks ago when they beat them 2-1 away from home. He played really well, dangerous in set pieces, always going forward over the wings and coming inside, can score goals. But a few good players in Dortmund already on his position, like Sancho, like Hazard. Brandt can play there. Oh, will be hard for him.
This is Rafael Schikos for Cologne. Couldn't quite combine there with Dominic Drexler. And Cologne just this season 27 goals, so they averaged less than a goal a game in the Bundesliga. Only Schalke have scored fewer goals. Only Schalke have the worst defence too. They've shipped almost 60 goals so far in the Bundesliga. Schalke letting in 75. And Schalke can go down tonight if they were to lose their game away to Bielefeld. Hector chasing. And again there, Stefan, Hector the furthest man forward for Cologne.
Yeah, definitely in the central midfield, Hector has the free role. He can go forward all the time. He can support without the ball Duda against the 2 or sometimes 3 centre halves, or Kampel is dropping deep on the ball now. Leipzig are really flexible tactically, and Hector can be the key for Köln, the key player.
Schikos in for Duda, which with Lukas Klostermann for Leipzig. Don't forget their team today with 5 alterations. They do have a deep squad. They do, when they can, rotate their pack and keep players fresh. It's a fairly rare English evoker, the midweek round of games in the Bundesliga. It'll be the last one of the season. Beyond today, then just 4 more games to play before the league campaign is done. Nkunku. This is Sebastian Bornau. And Schikos away for Köln. Hector, again playing as that makeshift centre forward almost. And they get away with the ball. It comes to Kampel, who does have in his locker a super range of passing. Just like that here to find Marcel Halstenberg. In towards Emil Forsberg. There's Mukiele. Amadou Aidara blocked. Rex Bajai challenges. And escapes well here for Köln.
And that's exactly the moment when they have to play forward in transition. Don't play always backwards to the centre halves or to the goalkeeper, then it's easy for Leipzig to press Köln.
Duda's pass to find Wolf was a good one. Here's Kingsley Hisebue. Wolf crosses, Hector challenges. Here's Duda again. Andre Duda. Rex Bajai. Elias Skiri. Skiri and Odi Mukiele, former teammates. They were together at Montpellier in France. Here is Skiri again. Back with Rafael Schikos. Skiri's been a really important player at set plays for Köln. He got a couple of goals from corners in November's surprise win away to Dortmund, and when they do get set plays, he's a man to watch, Elias Skiri.
Yeah, it's good to see that Köln can keep possession. Leipzig have to drop a little bit deeper.
Alexander Sørloth.
Then have to be careful on the counter-attack.
Here is that counter. It's on to Christopher Nkunku. Nkunku shot blocked by Sebastian Bornau. Tyler Adams. as I say, makes that milestone today of 50 games in the Bundesliga. Amadou Aidara spread wide to Nordi Mukiele. Mukiele's cross, Alexander Sørloth the target. And a foul given against the Norwegian.
Yeah, very good defending from Bornau, but fantastic football before. Over the middle, Haidara, and then it's playing to the right side, open up the space for Mukiele. Good overlap, good cross, but here's Bornau, is strong against Sørloth, wins the header and is a foul. Important.
He's had a shaky season, Bornau. His first season here was super last year when he got 6 goals, was one of the best young defenders in the Bundesliga. He's had a back operation this season, he's not been at his best at all. Gave away a couple of penalties too before that back problem. One has really been sucked into Köln's downward spiral in his form terms this season. Sebastian Bornau, the man they brought in from Belgian side Anderlecht ahead of last season.
He was 21 years old, so long injured. Of course, that's not good news, but he's the future. Still, if they go down, I think there's an option that he will stay.
A foul by Ihizibwe here on Christopher Nkunku gives Leipzig another dead ball in a position which will promise much. Yellow card as well here for Ihizibwe, and he will miss now the next game, which is Friday's big match away to Augsburg in the Bundesliga.
Yeah, it's definitely a moment too late. Clever jump from Nkunku, but it's a foul, a yellow card. Not good news for Köln.
And today is Ihizibwe's 50th game in the Bundesliga. His 51st will not now come on Friday. He'll serve a ban for the game away to Augsburg. Leipzig free kick, which is the domain here of Marcel Halstenberg. And maybe Emil Forsberg. In by Halstenberg. Here's Klostermann. Back to Kevin Campbell. Again, Leipzig boss possession in the Köln half. Tyler Adams. There's Upamecano. Marius Wolf under pressure from Upamecano. Again, the ball turns over to Leipzig all too easily. Here's Adams on the move now. On to Kevin Campbell.
Very good high pressure. Every player knows there's an option to win the ball back. This time was Upamecano. Straight Wolf under pressure, and in the end you lose the ball.
By the way, they are missing their captain Marcel Sabitzer tonight. He's got a tight calf, nothing too serious. And I'm sure he'll be back for the weekend's game on Sunday when they are at home to Stuttgart. This is Mukiele. Backed away for the corner off Dominic Drexler.
Yeah, that's hard work for Drexler and Wolf today. The attacking midfielders on the wings have to go back, have to follow the fullbacks, right side Mukiele and left side Halstenberg. If not, they will concede a goal.
In the first half's 25th minute, a Leipzig corner here with Sørloth. Of course, an obvious totem pole to look for here for Forsberg. Goes Amadou Aidara. Andre Duda tries to break away. Rex Bajai for Jonas Hector. Now they can counter 2-on-1 here. Hector for Köln. With him Marius Wolf. Hector goes alone here. Jonas Hector still got the shot away, which was tame. And he could have used Wolf there to his left-hand side, but chose not to.
Yeah, good point. I think he was a little bit too slow. Now he lost already the moment when they've been 2 against 1. Not the best finish. That was a really good option. But Hector has not the pace than example than Nkunku on the other side.
And Hector with one league and one cup goal to his name in the current season. Scored here in March in the 1-1 draw with Werder Bremen in the Bundesliga, thanks to an awful mistake by Jiří Pavlenka in the Werder Bremen goal that day.
Yeah, and for the game, that was a really good example. The moments are coming when Leipzig is going forward and then they're maybe unorganized. And then you have to play quickly forward.
Adams to goalkeeper Peter Golacci. He'll become a father for the second time in the summer. His wife Diana expecting their second child. To him our congratulations, of course. Aidara for Mukiele. It's Upamecano. Halstenberg. In towards Sørloth. A cross with lots of pace on it there for Sørloth to try and control and make something of. He couldn't quite manage it.
Because the pace of the cross from Halstenberg now on the ball is maybe a bit too much, but definitely an option. Seashores is not in the perfect position, and he's not happy. Sørloth can score from there.
Prolific last season on loan in Turkey with Trabzonspor, 24 and 34 in the Turkish Super League before the move to Germany. 5 goals in this Bundesliga season for him, 2 in the last away game at Werder Bremen. We're back with Gulacsi again. Now Tyler Adams from Wappingers Falls in New York State. Formerly with the New York Red Bulls before the move to join Leipzig a couple of years ago. There's Kevin Campbell. And Kunku the target. Ihizibwe on a yellow card is with him. Campbell. Adams. And Kunku. Here he is. Got the cross in towards Alexander Sørloth and the header off Janus Horn in the end.
Really an own goal. Good point. But an easy catch for Horn.
Timo Horn, just the 4 clean sheets so far. The goalkeeper on the books here for 19 years now. Since he was a young boy back in 2002, he signed his first contract with the Köln's junior system. He is truly a man who is Köln to the core.
Yeah, and tactically, Wolf, number 31, is on the left side, Drexler 24 on the right side. So they swap the sides sometimes. That's a part of modern football now.
Here's Drexler. On to Jonas Hector. Adams. Emil Forsberg. Have Köln just drawn the sting here? Leipzig made that wonderfully fast start, but the last maybe 10 minutes or so not quite as productive for them in the final third.
Yeah, they have to pass quicker. Yeah, like now, they have to pass quicker over the middle and then play to the wings. Because Köln is solid, good organized, and they close the middle. That's the key for them today to stay in the game.
And the free kick here, which is in prime shooting position for someone like Emil Forsberg.
Yeah, definitely. Skiri is too late.
And Kunku has placed the ball as well. He's the right foot. Emil Forsberg's left maybe is another option here for Köln. You see Horst Held, the Köln sporting director. And now in the first half's 30th minute. And a free kick here which is in a position which will really suit a shot on Timo Horn's goal. And Kunku, I think, has this in his sights. And Kunku's focus fixed on the job ahead. And the shot way too high from him. Chance gone.
So now we can see the counter-attack. So far for me, a key moment of the game. I think in the end was the wrong decision from Hector. I think you have to play his friend in.
He had Wolf to his left-hand side wide open, but chose not to use him. Here is Hector again for Wolf this time, but the pass is too long. Well, half an hour gone. No goals, and as I say, Köln in the first maybe 10 minutes were really rocking, but since then they've just been able to steady the ship a bit, and now they're in the game in a much more present form. Now is Wolf chasing. Chasing with no joy.
30 minutes play. Now the match plan from Friedhelm Funke, here is the coach, is working. Keep the clean sheet. Go forward when you win the ball. That starts to be a little bit better. Now they press a little bit higher. have a moment to win the ball, or have moments to win the ball earlier back, then you can score. If not, you're even more under pressure, and Leipzig will create more chances.
Well, Leipzig here play through the press. Here's Kevin Campbell. Sørloth chasing Ihizibwe, the defender. The damage is not too severe. Cologne began the night 3 points adrift of the relegation playoff. It's Berlin, who of course had their next 3 games all postponed. There is Mukiele, meanwhile, for Leipzig. Into the team ahead of Cologne. 4 points from safety. Arminia Bielefeld, who are at home to Schalke tonight.
Yeah, big games coming up
really tight.
For Cologne too. I think they have to play against Hertha. Last game is against Schalke at home. So for Cologne, with the rest program, a draw will help them today against the really top side in the Bundesliga. And it's exactly the match plan. Keep the clean sheet, and if it's a 0-0 in the end, they're happy.
Just one clean sheet here all season. A goalless draw with Hertha Berlin back in December. It's with Tyler Adams, helped on to Klostermann. Mukiele chasing, it'll drop here to Sørloth. And now to Kevin Campbell. Halstenberg. And Kunku. Adams wants it. And Kunku has it here now for Leipzig. Now Tyler Adams on the ball. Adams. Alexander Sørloth. Leipzig move the ball well in tight areas. Campbell in here, looks for Mukiele.
From that area, I think is a good option when Köln drops so deep. You have to try to score from 20, 25 yards sometimes to open or to be on target, because it's difficult to create a chance when they're so deep and tight together, Köln.
Here comes Upamecano for Leipzig. Half-time now, 12 minutes away at the Rhein-Energie-Stadion. Sebastian Bornau at Timo Horn. But to go back on that point Stefan made about Köln's upcoming matches, the 4 they have left are not at all daunting in terms of the opposition. Augsburg away, Freiburg here, away to Hertha, home to Schalke.
Exactly.
All those games are winnable.
Exactly, and that's why they still have a good chance to stay in the league, because it comes down to you, and you have the options against teams. They're also involved in the relegation zone, and they know that pressure, Köln, and they can come back, and that's why I think they changed the coach. That's what Held said. We have to do something for the last games to give the players a lift.
Upamecano steps away from Andre Duda. Now Amadou Aidara for Leipzig.
Now it's a back 3. Halstenberg drops a little bit deeper.
Marius Wolf is Köln's quickest player this season. He'll try and take on Lukas Klostermann.
He's quick too.
Campbell up to Sørloth. Now it's Mukiele. Ahead he's got Emil Forsberg. Leipzig 9 shots so far. Here is Nkunku. Nkunku teaser Ihizibwe, and the shot over the crossbar.
Very good 1-against-1. Look at it. On his right foot, then on his left foot. Not the best finish, but that's what he has to do. Ihizibwe is on a yellow card, so go 1-against-1, try to beat him. He looks dangerous, Nkunku.
Another super season for the young man who came through the Paris Saint-Germain system. Second season now with Leipzig. Nkunku already on a career best 6 league goals. He's assisted 5 more as well. Away here by Rafael Chicos. Mukiele spots Sørloth's run. Held up by Skiri and by Rex Bajai. Back to Tyler Adams. It's Kevin Campbell. Marcel Halstenberg. Back to Kevin Campbell. Blocked by Bornau. On Kunku's tricky fast feet. Emil Forsberg. Haidara's pass here for Nordi Mukiele! And that was Leipzig's best chance of the game so far. Pulled across the face and wide.
And then was fantastic play. Over the middle, Haidara, Forsberg, and then to the wings. Mukiele already in the right winger position as the right back. So much pressure, have to be on target. Best chance of the game.
There's 4 goals all coming away this season. 3 in the Bundesliga, 1 away to Istanbul Başakşehir here, 2 in the Champions League. Hector was caught, and that will be called back against Tyler Adams. Free kick to Cologne. Rafael Chicos. Oh, this Soldi Hizibwe short. Here comes Marcel Halstenberg. Looks for Forsberg, given away though here now to Elias Skiri.
That's why Skiri is so important. The holding midfielder is always there to help when they lose the ball.
Marius Wolf is quick. And here towards Drexler. They claim a handball there, Köln. It's been picked up now by Elias Skiri. In towards Andre Duda. Oh, Köln go close.
That was better.
Ball just past the post.
So there's a really short distance and it's going up from his heel, so it's never a penalty. No handball from Klostermann. And that was good pressing from Skiri, I think. Yeah, half a chance. They're coming closer. Good.
As the half has worn on, Köln have got better and better after a slow start. Bornau into Andre Duda. Ahead he's got Rex Bajai. He's enjoying his best ever scoring season. 5 goals in the Bundesliga for Rex Bajai. He's been told as well he's in Stefan Kuntz's plans for the Olympic Games in Tokyo.
There's again the chance for Mukiele. What an option.
Best chance so far by some margin for Nagelsmann's team.
He's not happy. But he can. I think the performance from Leipzig is good so far. They created already 5 good chances. Normally deserve to be 1-0 up. But Köln is growing into the game and they have to be careful.
Haidara's aggressive press on Skiri. Back with Timo Horn. Timo Horn's CV has on it 2 relegations and 1 promotion. Throw taken here by Marcel Halstenberg for Dayo Upamecano for Leipzig. Now it's with Lucas Klostermann. Doing now the last 6 first-half minutes. Amadou Haidara, Campbell for Alexander Sørloth. Trying to pirouette away there from Rafael Chicos. Here come Köln towards Hector. And behind Klostermann. Hector, we know, is a player who lacks that real burst of pace to get away from people.
And I think that's the most important news for the supporters at home. Here is Hector, former German international. He's playing like number 10, number 9 next to Duda. Support him, is going forward all the time in an attacking position that maybe he surprised a little bit Nagelsmann.
Now by Nordi Mukiele. Now here on Janus Horn. Gives Köln a free kick. We are now approaching the last 5 first-half minutes at the Rhein-Energie Stadion.
Yeah, what I
free kick, it'll be Skiri.
Sorry, Dan, but here we have Haidara here, 3 shots. He's playing an attacking midfield position too, and of course, 5 minutes to go. But Köln is in the game, and I think the first goal is huge today.
Sørloth with that header, which is beaten away by Timo Horn. Well, we know in the air, Sørloth is going to be a match for most people. And that was a good save by Timo Horn.
Yeah, the next chance, again, a great cross from Halstenberg, good movement. Horn is too late against Sørloth. The left back have to come inside. Perfect position from the striker to go in between the centre half and the fullback. Great save.
Almost like sometimes Leipzig don't know how to play to Sørloth. He's a player we know who thrives on crosses. Leipzig send in, I think, the 11th most crosses in the entire league. Don't tend to use as wide areas for crossing as other teams do, maybe. They don't quite know how to use him to his best of his abilities yet.
So again,
free kick.
You can see Leipzig are never dropping deep today, so they will stay and press high all the time.
Tor. These are now the last few minutes of the first half. Leipzig, of course, held goalless in their most recent game on Friday by Hoffenheim at home, but have won their last 5 away games in the Bundesliga. It's Marcel Halstenberg now for Kevin Campbell. Adams. Campbell. Can they fashion one more chance late in this first half? Adams into Sørloth. Looks for Nkunku round the corner. That goes Duda. Drops here to Rexbejai for Cologne. Now Wolf is the target to release with that acceleration, but up against the Bundesliga's quickest centre-back, there was never going to be a race he was going to win.
He looks so cool, Upamecano. So difficult to beat him 1 against 1.
He really breaks sweat. Here's Sørloth trying to take on a Hizibwe. A corner, I think, for Leipzig here late in the half. No, goal kick. That's the referee's interpretation, friend Willenborg. Leipzig are missing today a couple of players injured. I mentioned Marcel Sabitzer, also Yusuf Palsen is nursing an injury as well. He, of course, got that disallowed goal late against Hoffenheim on Friday, ruled out by video assist correctly. But they are missing 1 or 2 key players in their squad for this one.
But still they have so many options. Still Leimer is injured, long time injury. It's on the way back. But for you, Angelino, Danny Olmo, Kluivert, Samacic, players they can change the game later on the bench.
Here is Sørloth, who was there at the weekend on the bench, came on in the draw with Hoffenheim. Goes Jonas Hector here with Upamecano. And there's a free kick as well here for Köln.
Yes, leading by example today, Jonas Hector. We have to say that, not on his normal position, working really hard, keeps the ball like this one, free kick, and got half a chance.
So the first half's final minute is upon us. And the free kick, Andre Duda for Köln. Can they fashion a half-time lead here? Andre Duda this season for Köln. 3 assists to go with his 5 goals. Their joint top scorer. Here is Duda's set piece towards Hector. Hizibwe hits it. It's going to run away for, I think, a Köln throw-in. Ball left here for Janus Horn as we tick towards the end of 45 minutes at the Rhein-Energiestadion. Köln 0, Leipzig 0. The game to kick off this English Avoca midweek games in the Bundesliga. Chucked in by Janus Horn. Hector flicks on. There's Elias Skiri. Back in by Bornau. Aidara. Now the rapid counter. Hizibwe's challenge there on Nkunku. It's gone unpunished, and that is the end of the first half, so no goals. Despite Leipzig's blistering first half start, a welter of early chances, none were taken. And Köln themselves have given Peter Gulacsi 1 or 2 scares in a goalless contest so far. Half-time score then, it's Köln 0, Leipzig 0. Well, Stefan, the way the game began with Leipzig on top, you thought they'd maybe get 2 or 3 goals in the first half, but nothing so far.
Exactly, what a fantastic start from Leipzig. High pressing, good football, over the middle, then over the wings, in a high tempo. I think that's great to watch, but only 15, 20 minutes, 2 good chances, but then Köln slowly came back, and we can see Friedhelm Funkel and Hector, they talk, and they know what they have to do. I think Köln is in the game, but if they go 1-0 down today, then I think it's difficult for them to come back. But they're in the game, and I'm not saying they deserve the goalless draw at the moment, because Leipzig are creating chances, and of course they are the better side. Will be interesting to watch second half.
Which is coming soon. Half-time score here. It is goalless, and we're back with you for that second half.
T-Mobile is the leader in 5G. We also believe in putting people first by treating them right. So we're upping the benefits without upping the price. Introducing Magenta Max. Now with unlimited premium data that can't slow down based on how much smartphone data you use. Plus, get Netflix on us and taxes and fees included. You won't find this with the other guys. In fact, you'll pay more and get less. Right now, pay zero cost to switch. And bring your phone, we'll pay it off. Only at T-Mobile.
This burger could perform miracles. This burger could save relationships.
This isn't your normal cheeseburger. You all of a sudden have bacon jam on it. You're like, wow, compliments to the chef. Who threw this together? Sonic Bacon Jam Cheeseburger.
It's
you know?
Elevated flavors.
Yep.
Some days, you just don't have it. Not my uncle, though. He's taking Trulicity for his type 2 diabetes. And now, he's really on his game.
Once weekly Trulicity lowers your A1C by helping your body release the insulin it's already making. Most people reach an A1C under 7%. Plus, Trulicity can lower your risk of cardiovascular events. It can also help you lose up to 10 pounds. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems. Show your world what's truly inside. Ask your doctor about once-weekly Trulicity.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked on the bright side? Discover never holds you responsible for unauthorized purchases on your card. That's my turtle.
Fraud protection. Discover something brighter.
Take me higher, baby.
What an amazing performance.
Here's Luka. It's gone! A Doncic dagger!
I do feel good about the Lakers. They're winning the games they need to win.
The Mavericks are surging. They have one of the best records in the league the last couple of months.
It's playoff push time. It's NBA on ABC time. Lakers Mavs on ABC, home of the NBA.
Welcome back to Cologne, the Rhein-Energiestadion on match day 30, the midweek round of games in this tail end of the Bundesliga season. No goals here so far. Two clubs with ambitions at both ends of the table. Leipzig, of course, in the title hunt, and Cologne keen to make sure they stay in the Bundesliga. With me, Stefan Freund. Stefan, that first half, I think Cologne can say as the half wore on, they got better and better.
Exactly, and I think the match plan from both clubs are working. Very good start from Leipzig, good pressing, win the ball early, play with a high tempo, created chance after chance. And after 20-25 minutes, Köln came back, they kept the clean sheet, and then they created 2 half chances. And they've been in the game, and I think the key is definitely the first goal today, because both match plans are working.
Julian Nagelsmann, the first coach to emerge from the bowels of the stadium for the second half. Nagelsmann in his second season now as coach of Leipzig. Last season's third place finish. And kick off by the way today, their tally of 61 points from 29 matches equals their best ever from their debut season back in 2016-17 under Ralf Hasenhüttl. By the way, the coach turns 34 in July, still such a young man. And today, by the way, his 180th game as a head coach in the Bundesliga, which you just think, 180 games at, 33? Those are crazy numbers.
Yeah, and he's the biggest talent as a coach in Germany. We talk about him, that he will move to Bayern Munich maybe for the next season, because he's already one of the best. And he did everything step by step, started in Hoffenheim, early in 1860 Munich and Augsburg as a scout, then later as assistant youth coach, then as a youth coach in Hoffenheim, won the youth Bundesliga, then later assistant coach Hoffenheim in the Bundesliga, and then of course the head coach, and now head coach Leipzig. The next step is Bayern Munich if he stays in Germany.
I'm sure there'll be clubs across the planet who would love to have Nagelsmann as their coach. For now, he's the man plotting Leipzig's assault on Bayern. And that 7-point gap to make up across now just 4.5 matches of this Bundesliga season. Leipzig, the chances, the shots so far, but not the goals. Can't have had to ride their luck on occasions. Leipzig's shooting boots haven't quite been as they might have been so far. Timo Horn.
Yeah, very good point then. You have to be effective now, especially to the end of the season. That's really hard work for everyone, because lots of games played, you're tired, and then you have to be focused and concentrate in front of the goal. And I think here Sörloth, Mukiele, first half, they could bring Leipzig easy 1-0 up with a little bit more quality and fitness.
Yeah, they were the big chances. Mukiele, when played in on the right-hand side, and that header pushed away by Timo Horn from Alexander Sörloth. Jonas Hector playing that unfamiliar, almost a number 10's role on occasions for Köln in the first half.
Yeah, and I think he's the captain, and of course the player on the pitch is talking to Friedhelm Funkel, the new coach, and I think that's what they need, communication.
All set then for the second half. Köln, Leipzig need wins, not draws in their remaining matches. They've done okay so far. They rode their luck early on in this contest, but as the half wore on, they became more and more of a force in it. But Leipzig will know they had and squandered the best chances in that first half by some distance, but haven't found the target yet. Don't forget they drew their last game 0-0 as well on Friday. Elvis Rex Bajai for Köln. Into traffic. Another counter-attack led here by Amadou Aidara for Leipzig. Ahead Mukiele on ahead of him. Into Emil Forsberg. But Stefan, Leipzig will know that a goalless draw here would not be good enough.
Exactly, the favorite is Leipzig. They have to beat Köln. And
here's Jonas Hector! And look at this! The captain, a man Köln to the core, dives, heads, scores, and lands a body blow on Leipzig and gives Köln a massive shot in the survival arm.
Oh, fantastic. I can't breathe because we spoke about Hector, we spoke about the chance for Köln, if they go 1-0 up, to be in the game, and maybe you can win it against the top favorite. And well-played counter-attacking football. Great cross, I think it was Drexler. What an outstanding cross. And Hector behind Upa. Well, where's Upamecano, please? First, you have to defend as a center half. Didn't follow Hector. Great finish. 1-0 Köln. Unbelievable.
That is a captain's job. Well done. Jonas Hector for Köln. And look at this. Köln lead Leipzig. And a goal to put the cat among the pigeons at both the top and the bottom of the Bundesliga. And his second goal this season. And that for Köln is a massive fillip in the contest and the season. Here's a Hizibwe. And I guess that is for Köln the perfect second half start to get the lead in the second half so early, but now they have to hang on to that lead for the next, 40 minutes or so.
Yeah, and the good news is they don't have to change anything. That was exactly the match plan. Create whenever the chance that you can go 1-0 up and keep the clean sheet. And of course, I think that's the way you have to play against Leipzig. And now maybe they start to struggle a little more.
Drexler for Köln. Drexler in towards Hector again, and this time it's Upamecano who defends the situation. Elias Skiri towards Rexbajai. There by Tyler Adams. And a goal to rock Nagelsmann on his heels, and I'm sure a goal cheered loudly in Bavaria. Hector again. Helped on now to Dominic Drexler. Drexler's cross, don't forget Köln, one home win in 19 in this stadium. Just one win against Bielefeld here in January in the entire home campaign since fans have not been admitted to Bundesliga stadiums. And Kunku. Amadou Aidara for Emil Forsberg. His shot blocked by Hizibwe. And Kunku. Tyler Adams. Can Campbell inspire? Maybe Klosterman. Köln have come out here second half, Stefan, with a real desire about them.
Yeah, and straight start to believe when they win the ball that they can go forward. And now they're back, defend well, and of course that will give them a lift. And now we have a really proper game. I think if Leipzig like to win the league, of course they have to come back now, but it will be really hard now. But they have the quality, so can Köln keep the clean sheet? That's the key.
And just one home clean sheet against Hertha Berlin here all season for Köln. This now is Andre Duda, just checked there by Kevin Campbell.
Clever.
It is Friedhelm Funkel's first home game in charge of Köln, by the way, of this second spell. His first home game in charge here for 6,394 days. October of 2003, the last time he sat in the home coach's seat. Dennis Horn, back to Timo Horn. Marius Wolf. Away from Aidara. Now that acceleration we know that Wolf has in his locker. Klosterman gets back at it. Adams pokes it away, but only here to Elias Skiri. And here come Köln again. The through ball there meant for the end of Rexbajai.
Yeah, that's better from Köln. If you think about the first 20 minutes, first half, they couldn't go forward. Now already 2-3 times in Leipzig's half, creating moments to play someone in.
Mukiele Alexander Sørloth, it comes off Forsberg here now for Christopher Nkunku for Leipzig. Inspiration needed from somewhere here for the title wannabes. Halstenberg towards Nkunku, but Drexler slides in. Halstenberg's cross. There's Tyler Adams. Back to Campbell, who is not a regular scorer of goals in the Bundesliga. Upamecano. Campbell. Halstenberg. Adams through, away by Sebastian Bornau for Cologne, defending with real determination.
And
a lead to hang on to.
And really, have a look how deep they are now. So there's no space for Leipzig at the moment to create something because they're so compact. It looks like a 4-5-1. At the moment is Hector the striker up front. Duda drops a little bit deeper. They're really flexible, Drexler and Wolf on the wings.
Aidara. One local paper this week said that Hector cut a tragic figure after the game at Leverkusen on Saturday. Well, he's certainly a dramatic figure today, and a man who scored a huge goal in Köln's bid to make sure they stay in the Bundesliga.
It's still early in the second half then. You're 100% right. And I think that's the quality of a player when you miss good chances in the game before, that you are coming back and then you score today and you lead your team. He's so important for Köln.
The teams did share a goalless draw in Leipzig back in December. Adams looks for Campbell here, but covered by Janus Horn. One of just 4 clean sheets they've kept this season. Köln, the goalless draw at the Red Bull Arena.
Janus Horn is not happy. He thinks it's not a corner, but my first view, it is a corner. There's the final contact from Horn. And now it's over the line.
On the corner, Emil Forsberg here for Leipzig. In goes the corner, attacked by Upamecano. And Horns come to meet it. And away here by Marius Wolf. I'm sure for Köln the minutes are dragging by. For Leipzig the minutes will be flying by here as they chase the game. They haven't scored, don't forget, in 2 of their last 3 games. One was against Bayern. But home on Friday to Hoffenheim was a game they will have really thought they could take all 3 points in, being a title contender.
Yeah, and Hoffenheim play with the same match plan than Köln. Drop deep, defend first. Leipzig is the better side. Give them possession like now, but make it difficult for them to create chances. And it's exactly the same after a really good start in the game. Köln is back.
How key do you think is the absence tonight of Marcel Sabitzer for Leipzig?
I think he's a key player. He got 2 good goal-scoring opportunities against Hoffenheim, and of course improved a lot in the central defensive midfield position. Normally he's a winger. I like to see him playing.
Nkunku, Campbell, lovely turn, Sørloth. Bornau has stood firm all night so far. Here comes Hector again. There's Hector for Köln. Drexler runs on beyond here, in behind Upamecano for a moment too. Here Dominic Drexler, not known for his pace. And it's a free kick.
Yeah. And that's the key for Köln. Can they create counter-attacking football like that one? And the yellow card for Upamecano. And oh, sorry, was it Upamecano? Here definitely is the foul, contact. And that will give you a breather, because when you only defend, you make mistakes.
Well, Leipzig's frustration growing. Yellow card for Upamecano, his 6th of the Bundesliga season. We've had of the second half 10 minutes. Jonas Hector's goal, the maybe surprise difference given how the game began. For a different contest now. Hear that goal again. Jonas Hector, a diving header to give Köln the lead. And that could be an absolutely colossal moment in this season at both ends of the table.
Exactly.
It all came when this man won the ball against Emil Forsberg, Elias Skiri, to begin that attack. And what a goal that could be for Leipzig. Köln set piece. Hector and Duda on it. What can they fashion here? In by Jonas Hector. It's come a long way too, away by the head of Klostermann. Drexler. Oh, it's Ihizibwe. Elias Skiri. Duda wide here for Drexler. The cross repelled this time by Klostermann. And now the counter maybe. Adams against Rexbejai was a key battle. Comes here though now to Janus Horn for Köln. Different game now since that goal for Köln. Made by Lukas Klostermann.
Yeah, I think it's a good example now to watch Köln. They grow with the result, 1-0 up, more confidence. Everyone starts to go forward. First time that Janus Horn, the left back, is going forward. They're positive now.
They really are. In here towards Jonas Hector, away by Tyler Adams. There's Skiri. Back in there by Bornau. So no 15th clean sheet of Peter Gulaci's season today. The long ball though here to look for Sørloth has promise. Up against Bornau here, Alexander Sørloth. Halstenberg. Amadou Aidara! Rocket to level the game. Amadou Aidara for Leipzig. Doesn't score many, but that is special and mightily timely.
Yeah, this time exactly the opposite then. A long ball, Bornau 1-against-1 with Sørloth. Physically so strong, the Norwegian. And then the goal comes, here you can see, it's like a counter-attack. And then a space to run into, difficult for Bornau to beat Sørloth. Boyer is coming, and then of course a great pass from Halstenberg. And what a finish from Haidara. Oh, great goal.
Only his third goal in the Bundesliga. And my word, his team needed that at that moment to level this one up. Amadou Aidara with a beauty. And Leipzig suddenly are right back in this.
And it is strange. The whole first half, Köln stopping deep, defend only 2 times they've been in their half, and now they go 1-0 up, 1 counter-attack from Köln, 1-1 from Leipzig.
Well, the next half hour is going to be dramatic. Hang on to your hats. Here is Upamecano now for Leipzig. That was Aidara's first goal, by the way, since match day 1 in the Bundesliga. That was a home win against Mainz. 5 goals in all competitions now, but does find goals in the Bundesliga rather scarce. Double change here being prepared by Nagelsmann. Angelino and Dani Olmo being prepared to come on. Jonas Hector goes again. Jonas Hector at the double for Köln. What a story for the captain when his team need him most. Jonas Hector delivers in buckets.
And so exciting to watch Jonas Hector today. And of course, Friedhelm Funkel is the guy given the option to play as an attacking midfielder and go forward, create chances, and score goals, the second one. And again, look at his movement. Outstanding touch from Duda, no question, the layoff. But to come inside, look, he's believing already that he will score. Klostermann opens up, and Upamecano the middle, and Hector's run is perfect, his finish outstanding.
Well, leader, talisman, captain, legend, and today goal scorer twice over. Jonas Hector for Köln, and they lead again by 2-1. On such occasions do legends get forged. Hector was one already, I guess, for Köln. But tonight underlines his status with a famous double. So Leipzig back to where they were, square one. Here's Aidara. Towards here, Angelino brought on, in towards Nkunku. Nkunku still there, the ball breaks for a goal kick in the referee's interpretation. No doubt that Cologne really want this tonight. Adams makes way for Angelino. I think Emil Forsberg will be the player yet taken off to have accommodated Danny Olmo. Forsberg hasn't completed a single full 90 minutes in the Bundesliga this season, the Swede. He often does come off in the second half.
And Olmo will play the same position. And Angelino will play a little bit more on the left side and is a little bit more an attacking player than Adams. So let's have a look how they line up tactically. Is there another change maybe?
And Nkunku. Now Marcel Halstenberg for Leipzig. They've got long odds on a Jonas Hector double tonight, scoring twice to take his tally in the Bundesliga to 3 from 1 in the current season. But the captain, when they needed him to really step up, unlucky of course at the weekend when he hit the bar with a free kick. Tonight his sights have been calibrated. Away here by Ihisibwe. Aidara. Back now to Kevin Campbell. Into Danny Olmo's fast feet now. Wide to Mukiele. Chicos away. You're going to see Florian Kainz very soon, a player just back from a long-term cruciate knee injury. Did start the game of the weekend, his second start since the injury. I think maybe Drexler would be the obvious man to come off to accommodate him.
And it's the same position, and Kainz will play. There's the goal from Haidara, what a finish, but if he's injured anyway, Drexler, but fresh legs are important. So everything came after only a throw. The 2-1.
But look at the celebrations. That tells a story. Jonas Hector and Köln believe again in the possibility of Bundesliga survival. In the bottom two at kick-off, but this would be a big step towards safety. And maybe a hammer blow, maybe even a fatal blow in Leipzig's already fairly distant hopes of catching Bayern in the race for the Meisterschale. So Kainz gets instructions from Coach Funkel before he makes his cameo. Adams and Forsberg with players withdrawn by Julian Nagelsmann.
Yeah, definitely not happy. You could see Tyler Adams' face. I'm not saying he played bad, but it's always the same when you wander down. As a coach, you have to react, you have to do something. There was the contact before the foul.
And towards Sørloth, away here by Hector, doing a more standard defensive job. Kevin Campbell for Leipzig, chasing the game and chasing the dream. On to Angelino. Himself back after injury on Friday. Angelino again, it's going to bounce away here for a goal kick, and Leipzig able to get any rhythm going to find the second equaliser.
And Angelino is an option. He will go always forward on the left side, maybe to create a few more crosses over the wings.
And we're going to see Justin Kluivert soon for Leipzig, and in the here and now, Florian Kainz coming on, replacing Marius Wolf for Köln. Fresh legs, fresh ideas down the wide areas. As I say, Kainz back after a 10-month injury layoff, that cruciate at the end of last season for the Austrian. Did score in his return for the second team in the 4th division. Waiting for his first team goal back after injury. Marius Wolf with a good shift put in. There's a player who is taken off here by Friedhelm Funkel.
And I think Halstenberg came off for Kluivert, so that's definitely an attacking move.
Leipzig now have to go for this, all or nothing, go for broke in the game's last quarter. Correct, well spotted there, Stefan. Kluivert on Marcel Halstenberg, the player sacrificed in the defensive position. Nearing the midway mark of an absorbing second half. Leipzig all that possession, all those shots, but the score is 2-1 for Köln. Jonas Hector brace. Alexander Sørloth for Leipzig. Kluivert. Angelino. And Kunku's clever touch. Dani Olmo clever as well. He looks for Sørloth, but Schikov's there. They claim a hand was used there to control the ball back to Timo Horn. And now look at this. Hector hat-trick hunting. Well, can he not get any better, Jonas Hector? He's already got 2.
Well, if he scores the third one, we are surprised, but that's what he deserved today. Great performance.
It's a wonderful display.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man of the match, definitely already.
On the throw here, Ihizibwe for Köln. Half the half to play. Hector away from Upamecano. And Kunku now. Leipzig in transition can be dangerous. Ahead Sørloth. And Kunku keeps going here, and Skiri back tackling has given away the free kick.
Important tackling, maybe important foul, because if we lose the 1-against-1, Kluivert is gone.
Klosterman. And then to Dani Olmo.
And Angelino on the ball is playing Halstenberg's position now. And Olmo is playing like a second striker. Sørloth now always on the middle. Nkunku's coming inside. Again, they try to overload the center.
Would be some way to start his second spell at home for Köln for Funkel. And Nagelsmann knows this could be for Leipzig a really, really significant defeat in their pursuit of Bayern. They could have sealed a top 4 finish this midweek had they won here, and if Dortmund failed to win their game against Union Berlin tomorrow night. There's Kluivert towards Alexander Sørloth. Driven clear by Timo Horn. Again, Hector playing in that makeshift number 9 role. Pressuring Gulacsi now.
Yeah, without the ball, definitely part of the match plan. Support Duda, that he's not on his own up front.
Hector. Drexler. Skiri is the target. Angelino and Klosterman combine. Leipzig need to find a way, need to find at least 1 and maybe 2 goals to get what they want here. A game they surely can't afford to lose and still have any realistic hope of ever catching Bayern in the race for the Meisterschale. It stays alive for now, but this, a game which surely they had to earmark, given Köln's position as well, as must win. Either way, there by Janus Horn. Back with Gulacsi, 20 minutes left to play of this second half only. It's Kampel for Leipzig now, for Angelino. Justin Kluivert. Away from Drexler. Kluivert still. Into traffic. That is a corner off for Ihizibwe.
But it's definitely the right way for Kluivert to come into the game, go 1-against-1. There is not a lot of space anyway. Köln is dropping deep now. They're working really hard together as a team.
Kunku's corner. Last 20 minutes, corner taken by Nkunku. There's Rex Bajai with Dani Olmo for Leipzig. Dani Olmo. Klosterman. Mukiele. Aidara. Angelino. Good feet to Hizibwe's challenge. Free kick now. He was on a yellow card, Hizibwe, from the first half. It's on the edge. I think it was just outside the penalty area.
Yeah, I'm not sure straight away is it for. I think it was Kynes in the end. Let's have a look. No, you're right. But the contact is it. There is it. There's the contact. I think it's a foul, but not a yellow card. I agree with the referee.
So inside the D of the penalty area, Angelino's place. Well, he's got the ball in his hands. Hizibwe, I think, has escaped any further action from referee Frank Willenborg. Angelino this season has scored one free kick against Freiburg back in November, a wonderful long-range goal from beyond this kind of position. This one maybe is a fraction too close. They put Duda down as the draft excluder behind that wall to block anything low. And Nkunku is there, Campbell is there. Leipzig need to find a way. Angelino goes low and Timo Horn saves well with the feet. Helped on and into Horn's hands in the end.
Important save from Timo Horn, and he's cool. Look how he's reacting. I think the ball was into his corner. You have to save the ball, but still, good shot.
It stays 2-1 for Köln. This is Dayo Upamecano. Lucas Klosterman for Leipzig. Now they involve Dani Olmo, who can work in tight areas to great effect. Dani Olmo scored some key goals in Spain's World Cup qualifiers last month. In a late away to Georgia in a game they had trailed in. Away here by the head of Rex Bajai, Florian Kainz. Off the ball here, what's the referee seen? It's Andre Duda who's on the turf for Köln.
Good reaction from Horn. Between the legs from Chichos. Not easy for a goalkeeper.
Yeah, through the forest of legs, that free kick to force Horn to make the save. Now here off the ball, it's Mukiele with the collision.
Yeah, but a little bit with his shoulder. Duda is clever, is going down, free kick. But not more. Or what do you think then?
Looked fairly soft. We're going to see another change here for Köln for the game's final, 16 or so minutes. A 2-1 lead here to try to hang on to. I think maybe Hizibwe, having made that foul on the yellow card, they may take him off here to avoid maybe a risk of a red card with another foul challenge. So yeah, Hizibwe, the player, being taken off by coach Friedhelm Funkel for the game's final 15 minutes. Benno Schmitz, the former Leipzig fullback, comes on here as well. Scored at Bayern, but had a couple of seasons in Leipzig's early Bundesliga days playing with that club.
Yeah, Friedhelm Funkel is happy, and of course to have the option with Schmitz on the bench to change. The next foul would be a yellow-red card for Hizibwe. Definitely good decision from Friedhelm Funkel. And Schmitz, of course, to play against his former club is always something what you like to do.
Always spicy. Always Drexler for Köln. And the foul there by Angelino will give Leipzig more concerns here. A free kick to try and defend against.
Yeah, and a stupid foul. In that area, no, he can't win the ball. Don't go. Follow Drexler and stop him crossing.
So 15 to play for both clubs, a potentially huge 15 minutes in their Bundesliga seasons. Andre Duda set piece. Up in the air here for Köln. And bounce through though to Peter Gulacsi. And Leipzig will try and come again. Dani Olmo, such a clever player. Upamecano.
And again, it's a good moment for the supporters at home. Hector's working really hard as a striker without the ball. Duda dropping into the midfield. They're really compact in a 4-2-3-1 system. Difficult for Leipzig.
And across towards Mukiele, who was arriving there at a real pace. That's a pretty good goals record, Mukiele. As I say, 3 in the Bundesliga this season from his normally full-back or wing-back position.
For a defender, good, and he improved in that, so he can play right back, right centre half, next attacking movement.
Another attacker, yep. This is the South Korean Hee-chan Hwang coming on. And Mukiele will make way now for a more recognised forward player. And Hwang has yet to score a goal for the club in the Bundesliga. Has scored 2 in the DFB Cup so far, but none in the Bundesliga. Drexler towards Jonas Hector again. It's won by the head of Angelino.
And Wang is going to the right side like a striker over the wings. I think Nagelsmann likes to create something over the wings now, because he knows over the middle there's no space at the moment. We need someone who's coming behind Köln's back 4 on the wings.
Schmitz. Hector. Leipzig won here last season 4-2. They'd love a repeat of that scoreline, but it'll take some doing from here. 2-1 down into the game's last 12 minutes. Here is Amadou Aidara. He did get the leveller, but within the blink of an eye, they were behind again to a second Jonas Hector goal. There's Benno Schmitz. Schmitz again, infield to find Andre Duda for Köln. The chase on for Florian Kainz. Lucas Klostermann. Upamecano. Again Schmitz in the way. Again Hector winning those headers. He's had to work so hard with the likes of Upamecano against him. He's by no means a player who is familiar in that position at all, but he's done such a shift today for his clubby captains Köln. Upamecano away from Drexler. That'll be a free kick for Leipzig.
Yeah, last 10 minutes now. I think Köln players are start to look a little bit tired. Now you have to be focused, concentrate, don't give them an easy goal-scoring opportunity, and of course stay compact.
Yeah, they've worked so hard, Köln, to get into this position tonight. In by Nkunku. Off the head of Bornau. And a foul again against Upamecano. This time just gives the push in the penalty area. And Leipzig remain frustrated, remain 2-1 down here at Köln.
And Upamecano have to be a little bit more clever. What can Schmitz do in that position? Can only clear the ball to the corner or to the side, and then you're still in their half and you still can put Köln under pressure. That will help Köln at the moment. Mistakes like that.
And only Köln's 4th home game versus Leipzig. They've taken just 1 point from the first 3 against them. They'd lost their last 2 at home to Leipzig, as I say, 4-2 here last season. But leading tonight. This is Dani Olmo though for Leipzig. And there's Benno Schmitz. No surprise who our man of the half is. Jonas Hector, that famous double for Köln, the captain doing a quite remarkable captain's job. 3 shots, 2 going in. Some night for him, and for now, some night for Köln.
Yeah, nothing changed. We spoke about man of the match. Not the best passing completion, but Köln, of course, is always deep and is always in a situation that it's difficult to play forward. as an attacking player, you lose balls, but Jonas Hector, what a performance so far.
And Kunku for Leipzig. Bornau's block, a corner. Now into those final 10 minutes at the Rhein-Energie Stadion. Get the impression they could be a dramatic final 10 minutes.
I have the same feeling.
And Kunku's cross over the bar. Another corner coming though here for Leipzig. Just get the feeling, don't you, Stefan, that this one's not done yet?
Yeah, there's something in the game, and it's difficult to support one of the teams because both match plans are working really well. Leipzig's going forward, they try to create.
With a header from Sørloth.
And
Köln, night so far.
Yeah, and Köln defend like heroes so far.
Yes, the heroes in what has been this season the league's second worst defence, but not tonight. Only Schalke have got a worse defensive record than Köln. Certainly you can see the work that's been done already by Funkel in his time in charge. They were the last club to twist in terms of making a coaching change in the relegation fight. Marcus Gisdol lost his job after the last home game here, the 3-2 defeat to Mainz. Upamecano. Lucas Klostermann. Hwang. Campbell. And ball against Campbell this time. And that will see the Leipzig frustration grow and temperatures rise. Yellow card, Kevin Campbell there for what he said to the referee, Frank Willenborg.
It wasn't handball, I think. I can understand his reaction.
It seemed chess to me as well.
Yeah.
Campbell is a local man to these parts, from Zollingen to the north of Cologne. He's a keen fisherman. He loves his deep Ibiza house music as well. And now by Angelino into the game's last 6 or so minutes of the 90. Köln 2, Leipzig 1. This could be for Köln a colossal win.
Yeah, they're already happy. The players, they're not part of the squad. Watching the
so
game,
they're Jan Thielmann and Ismail Jacobs, the injured youngsters in this Köln squad. But they're getting closer, second by second, minute by minute. Köln nearing just a second home win in 20 matches here. And that is the club's worst ever home run in the Bundesliga. Dominic Drexler. Angelino. Danny Olmo took a risk. He's going to release Mukiele here. The head on Kunku is on the chase. Back now with Klostermann. Final 6 minutes of the game.
So look into the center, how many strikers they have now. Sørloth, Hwang, and Kunku.
Danny Olmo. And just bounced away from Kluivert.
And that's what I try now, create something with so many attacking players. Is unlucky, Kluivert.
And for Horst Held and Köln, this would be an enormous win. You can see the tension there in the sporting director's hands. Here's how the table stands. Bayern play Leverkusen in this match day. They would be 7 points clear with that game to play. Beyond today as well, for Leipzig, just 4 more games to catch them. And Köln, level on points now with Hertha, who will have 3 games in hand when their quarantine's over. But Köln do face them in a couple of weeks' time.
Unbelievable if you watch the bottom of the table. What a massive win. And I'm still surprised, but I know Funkel, and after the Leverkusen game away from home last weekend, they can do it.
Here is Campbell. Klostermann. Angelino. Kluivert. There's Drexler. They want to offside, I think, against Angelino. Well, 4 absorbing minutes to play. Kluivert and Andre Duda with a flashpoint. Leipzig with a corner. The title race depends so much on what they do here tonight. And their Sørloth is lurking. And Kunku sends the set piece in for Leipzig. Angelino's header. There's Wang. And a foul given against the South Korean. It is Kainz on the turf. This Hector's moment, the lovely backheel pass from Duda, we shouldn't forget about that, but Jonas Hector scoring twice for Cologne, a captain's role.
Yeah, 1-2 with Duda. His run after the throw, it is only his goal. He deserved it so much today. His performance with and without the ball. Respect.
Yeah, massive. And Leipzig will know this is a potentially hugely derailing defeat so late in the season. And one, of course, a season where they've done so well for so long in so many competitions. But it appears, in the league at least, they're going to fall short behind Bayern. Still, of course, can secure a top 4 finish in the Champions League. That would be a good prize as well, but the title pursuit may be just running away from them now across the last 4 match days. It'll require a huge Bayern collapse.
Definitely. And if you get only 1 point against Hoffenheim at home and Köln away, that is not enough. Then you can't win the German Bundesliga against an opponent that Bayern Munich normally never gives up.
So final 2 minutes with Köln in the box seat. Dominic Drexler. Drexler back now to Andre Duda. Angelino's challenge on Drexler was questionable. We heard the loud shout there from the injured Köln player. We'll see what happened on the replay, I'm sure, but another fire's broken out.
Yeah, Köln clever now. They're always waiting for the moment when the player comes too late. My first view, Angelino is too late. Have a look. Is he playing the ball? No, there's the contact. And then there's a foul. And Drexler is clever. In that way, a few minutes to go. I would say the same as a coach from outside. Use every opportunity to get a foul. Stay in their half. And don't give them any chance of play the ball with a rhythm.
Clock enters the game's 90th minute. Andre Duda's Köln free kick. This is Florian Kainz, who's lost the ball to Kevin Campbell. Now the breakaway. And Kunku. And now to Amadou Aidara. Ahead, here is Alexander Sørloth. It's a rather cumbersome game tonight, Sørloth.
And look at now, the defensive transition from Köln is the key today. Soon if they lose the ball, all the players are going behind the ball. I didn't saw that the last few games under Gisdol. That's really good. Oh.
Justin Kluivert.
There was the
big chance in the last minute.
Only chip ball from Angelino, but Upamecano is there, of course. The centre half can win a header. Not the perfect position to score from there, but a good opportunity for Kluivert.
We're now into added time at the end of the 90. Is that Leipzig's chance to save the game gone for Justin Kluivert? And for Julian Nagelsmann, there'll be 4 minutes to play of added time. We're now in the first of them. Hector. Drexler. This is Kluivert. He's the game's quickest player on our AWS-powered speed alert. And Lucas Klosterman, the quickest. Hisibue has been the Köln speed demon tonight.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised. The pace from Hisibue stopped the Leipzig players over the left side, and of course Klostermann and Kluivert, they're really quick.
Max Meyer will come on very soon for Köln to break up that Leipzig momentum. Now play is stopped because there is a Köln player on the turf.
It is Hector.
It is Hector,
yeah,
who must be exhausted, the shift he's put in. A card to Funkel for taking his debate a little too far.
He's surprised because everyone jumped up. Let's have a look. There's nothing, but that's what we said before. Be clever.
A veteran of 500 plus games as a coach in the Bundesliga. Back at Köln after nearly 18 years away from this place. Coach gets the yellow card. Debate rages on. We've had almost 2 of the initial 4 minutes. There may be more to add on now. Max Meyer comes on, and Jonas Hector departs, having given one of his great shifts in a Köln jersey.
Yeah, again, we have to say that what a performance from the former German international. Unbelievable.
Justin Kluivert. Angelino. Kluivert's fast feet away from Duda. The cross for Sørloth. It's a corner. If a Köln head last. Left from Kunku. Did think about the quick one. And Gulaci now comes to join the attack. The goalkeeper is in there to fight for this, as Leipzig battle for their title dream. And Kunku's corner towards Aidara. Now Gulaci's off limits here. Angelino's hit. And Horn hangs on. And Köln hang on. And they stay 2-1 up.
Every few minutes, look at 8 Leipzig players in the box.
Now inside the last indicated minute of stoppage time. And also, I think, sent on Sally Özcan there for Drexler.
Another defensive move. Central midfielder, Drexler attacking midfielder.
Leipzig free kick. And this might be the launch pad for their last attack of the game to try and save something from this trip to the Cathedral City. Gulaci will start the attack. On the clock to play of the 4 minutes, 20 more seconds. Angelino long, it's hopeful now, it's ambitious now towards a chance. Oh my word! Justin Kluivert on that far post. They will not get a chance as good as that to save a point here tonight. Kluivert stole in, and he's hit the base of the post, and the chance has gone.
Yeah, and I think it was Bornau deflected the long cross behind his own last line, and Kluivert was in. What a moment of the game, and we've been definitely 100% right. We already got the 2 good goal-scoring opportunities for Leipzig. We scored a second one, and of course everyone is a little bit nervous now and angry and involved.
You can see there, can't you? Visibly, you can see the tension on both teams now, given they know exactly what the stakes are and what this result could mean. Now, what has the referee and his assistant seen here? Yellow card for Aidara, yellow card for Chicos. We're now nearing the end of 5 additional minutes. The board said 4, always given, of course, as a minimum. Timo Horn for Köln away. Well, Köln know they are mightily close. Will Leipzig get one more chance? They won't!
Yes.
And look at Köln's celebrations. Jonas Hector, the captain, with a famous pair of goals. They'd won just one of their last 19 matches here in the Bundesliga. But Hector's double has given Köln real belief again. They can stay in the Bundesliga. And for Leipzig in their title tilt, how significant a loss is this in the Cathedral City? tempers rage at the end of the contest, but a contest which was of huge importance for Friedhelm Funkel and for Julian Nagelsmann and their respective aims of survival in the championship. But tonight, here's Köln's night and Jonas Hector's night. The captain giving a true captain's performance. Unlikely position on the pitch, playing in attack today, and an unlikely pair of goals to give Köln an unlikely victory. Full-time score here. This score is big. Köln 2, RB Leipzig 1. Well, Stefan, what does this mean for both ends of the table?
First, let's start with a fantastic performance from, I still have to say, from both sides, because Leipzig started really well. First 20 minutes there, deserved to go 1, maybe 2-0 up, didn't score.